Manchester United are now 12th in the Premier League on -3 goal difference after losing 3-0 to Tottenham. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was an absolutely pathetic, spineless, disgraceful performance from minute 1 to minute 90. If I could list positives, the biggest positive would be luckily Spurs aren't clinical, because Spurs could have turned that into a 6-0 battering at home. And you could say, well, 10 men. We could have been 3-0 down before Bruno was sent off. We were battered by Tottenham from minute 1 to minute 90. And all I'm seeing is statistics like this. Manchester United have today conceded more than 4.0 XG for the first time in the last 3 seasons. We conceded 9 big chances for the first time in the last 10 seasons. It is a new low for Erik ten Hag. SofaScore then put out the statistics of Tottenham apparently having a 4.67 XG, 9 big chances. The XG philosophy has an even higher XG. The XG philosophy is saying that Tottenham generated something like 5.33 XG. Like, actually got battered by Tottenham. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Tottenham go to Old Trafford, and it's the other way round. We got absolutely battered. Our best player today was Timo Werner. Does Timo Werner play for Man United? No. Timo Werner's the reason that we're a -3 goal difference instead of -5 goal difference. That he was our best player today by a country mile, because the rest of the team was shambles. And no, you're all right. Mount came on, did his work, you're all right. But as someone that makes excuses for Ten Hag, as someone that wants to be patient, that said, whatever happens, I'm going to give Ten Hag to his 3rd season, as someone that does what they can to be positive, I get to the point, and I have to say, I really don't know about Ten Hag anymore. I don't want to say Ten Hag out, but I've lost all belief. And maybe that makes me Ten Hag out. I've lost all belief. I'm going to be honest. I'm starting to think I've got no more excuses for him. I know that the players aren't good enough. I know there's a lot of problems with the fitness of the squad, but this is why I'm worried. I'm worried about Ten Hag. This is his 3rd season, and most of the players are either signed by him or established internationals for their country. They go on international duty, they look amazing, but when they come back to United, it's awful. It's concerning. Is it the coaching? Is it the system? It has to play a part. These are good players. These are established internationals. Not all our players are crap. Some of our players can't string a few passes together, but you have to say the system was bad. Out possession's bad. We're breaking these records for being bad. I think, we lack certain profiles that Eric needs. Off the ball, we don't have the fitness to compete with certain teams. But then Erik ten Hag will know that this game is going to be a lot of off-the-ball work, but then play Eriksen, and then know a game, and then see that we're not controlling a game, but then take Eriksen off, who can control a game. Your questions are there. You look at Maresca coming into Chelsea, and he's doing an unbelievable job already. You look what Maresca's done at Chelsea so quickly, and I have to say, as me, you know me, I am someone that is positive. I'm not someone that turns on the manager very quickly and will turn on every manager. I like to be patient. I know that this club's had a lot of problems, but he had a good transfer window. I believe that all those signings are good players. Garte's, of course, the signing with the biggest question mark on it. But they were good signings, and they're good players, and we're not playing well as a team. And you have to look at Erik ten Hag and say, is this team really that bad, or have we just lost it? Now, Erik ten Hag's lost 32% of his league games to Manchester United, which is the highest percentage since Tommy Docherty in 1977, with a minimum of 50 Premier League games. United have only won 20 of their last 44 Premier League games with a 45% win percentage, and will be standing on -4 goal difference. We have a total of 62 goals scored and 66 conceded in that time. Manchester United fully and utterly played into Tottenham's hands in that match. Every single one of Tottenham's strengths and our weaknesses that you can go back to, and that I said in my match preview, it happened. I said the left-hand side, because Delo inverts and because Rashford doesn't track back, we need to watch Brennan Johnson. He's going to cause a problem. He scores within a couple of minutes. I say marking guys, from crosses, that's something we don't do. I actually said that Kulusevski and Maddison were the ones I was concerned, in the edge of the box, but we didn't mark Brennan Johnson from across. I said Kuleveski, Brennan Johnson, James Maddison will cause us problems today, and they did. I also said Solanke's pressing is going to make it difficult for us. And then I said out of possession we've got to improve so Tottenham don't just run through us like FC20 did. Van der Ven ran through us. Every single thing I was worried about and every single problem we had that I can see from watching Tottenham and Manchester United this season, what happens? And I'm thinking surely Ten Hag's watched United and watched Tottenham and knows this can't happen. And sets up to this we don't do this and we don't do that. And look, Ten Hag isn't telling the players to not be able to make more than 3 passes, but the setup out of possession allowed Tottenham to run through us. And with almost every single United player an established international, it is worrying. I think, Eriksen and Casemiro, they don't have the legs. And I think, there's a couple players that we add in and they improve. But Ineos did some good recruitment. We do have a young squad. I'm not expecting us to win the league or challenge or be anywhere near, but I'm expecting us to be, a team that looks like, oh yeah, they can definitely finish in the top 4 this season if they get a good run together. There's potential. I don't see that. Tottenham, Newcastle, Chelsea, Villa, you can see all of them competing for top 4. You don't see Man United in that. You don't see us in that one bit. And Tottenham and Liverpool have now scored more goals at Old Trafford than we have this season. We scored 1 home goal all season. And do you know what? Worries me more than the tactics? Is how many times under Ten Hag have we just looked nowhere near it? Not even just the tactics, but sometimes you can lose. I think when we lost to Brighton, we, other than just making a silly error at the end, we did enough to win that game. But how many times do we lose and we're nowhere near it and we're thinking we lost 3-0, but actually we could have lost 6-7-0? So many times. I just don't have the words for it. How many times do the players not look up to it? Of course, this isn't all on Ten Hag. How many times do we watch Man United and the players don't look up to it? Way too many times. But 7-0 to Liverpool, 3-0 to Liverpool, 6-3 to City, 3-0 to City, 3-0 to Tottenham, 2-0 to Tottenham, 4-0 to Brentford, 3-0 to Sevilla, 3-0 to Bournemouth, 3-0 to Newcastle, 4-0 to Crystal Palace. When is it going to end? When is it going to actually end? Because this is absolutely, totally unacceptable. We cannot be losing like this. Sometimes you lose a big game. We lose 1-0 to Liverpool. We play well. It is what it is. You drop points. Chelsea lost 2-0 to Man City first game of the season. And I said, you know what? Chelsea, they looked all right versus Manchester City. They may have lost 1-0, 2-0 to City first game of the season, but they looked all right. Did we look all right versus Tottenham? Did we look all right versus Liverpool? Did we look all right in any of these games? Or were we absolutely miles off it? We were absolutely miles off it in all of these games. And that is concerning. That is absolutely concerning. And then in the second half, we're down to 10 men, and we think we're going to high press with Delo at left wing. But you got 10 men, and then you bring Casemiro on when you want to high press. And I just look at the tactics, I think, you question it. The same issues we had when Ten Hag first came, the same goals we conceded when he first came, are there. And I'm running out of excuses for Ten Hag. I'm not Ten Hag out. He's got Porto and he's got Villa. He's got Porto and he's got Villa to say, and if he does not show me anything that I think we could build on versus Porto and Villa, as of the international break, I will go Ten Hag out. If he does not show me anything, as of the international break, I'll go Ten Hag out. He's got 2 games. Maybe I should be giving him 5 or 6. But to be honest, you can't blame the red card because we could have been 3-0 at half time. But to get battered by Tottenham that badly in the first half, and we're at home. Makes it even more inexcusable. And to set up like a team that's, he set up how you'd expect Burnley last season. Not even Burnley. He set up how you'd expect Sheffield United to set up when they played Spurs away last season. I've ran out of excuses. Now I know the players lack mobility, intensity, the physical prowess to play how Ten Hag wants, and a lot of them are lightweights. But I really have run out of excuses. I want Ten Hag to turn it around. I want Ten Hag to be successful. But the highest amount of goals accumulated by an away team in the Premier League since Norwich City against since Man City since Man City against Norwich City in 2022 was today. Today. We could have lost 10-0. We could have lost 10-0 and it's a joke. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button. Of course, subscribe if you're new. Bye.